Yes, I'm going to Makwa baby Emfa Emra Bedwem so on Adom TV. Live on DSTV channel 280, Go TV channel 119. Multi TV, Digi Boss and say live and so honum. You streaming on all our social media platforms. Okwa search for Adom TV. Na share live stream no. Ya comment was here. Ya Virginia Kenkai Eddie. Ama me dey akwasi insiana yako so fa yako emfa nkoma ora Ernest yakumi abusua ene wadehye enyina nkanka oyere ene mma ya ejomo ewo ekire. Then also mamemfa yako kese confirm the NPP Central Regional Secretary Richard Techimensa nano kwesi de na ne yere efrimu ro emayako nyame onchichire oni abusua nyina awre ye nyina yenso enwie bi nyame kam ho na bi ka se onenim ne ye ena oye edima ne ma ene on Mpensenpensenmu ne ko full tadi ene full western and then the western north and come de babedi honorable Japa Mesa former MP Sansuna honorable Kofi Ako MP for Evaluator.
How is he?
The Mesa himself.
Apome.
Bokola azwe. Na bada bay.
Oh, muntu kono.
Okay.
Muko constituency over the weekend. Okay, meetings be briefly. See, I've been here.
Oh, okay.
Me chair with you for now. Kanka. I want to win your brow here on Sikuni and I'm calling now. Yeah.
What happened? What's is Bokodi?
I'm not, but Yamana Kwaba. No constituency with the honorable Blay, lawyer Blay, or Yujumapa.
Oh,
it's a so of constituency no Abba. Now, Enda, Meti was opera with sin aside the MP no.
Okay.
Opera woman Koso Hinum Pokang.
Because of 6 months, Ajuma why?
Minya.
Nits.
Now, assurance of Parliament also you may be a minu or Jane or Batoro. It's secondly for the one I say. It's good to see you, my brother.
I wish him well as always.
That's
good. I'm there. Nimpi bia ni obotun wa edwuma yi na.
Sure.
AB na obiso abatu yado. Enti se secretary for the parliamentary seat national nsa the national him obotun wa ya. I can only wish him the best because me na. Enti me that's how I do my politics. Unlike
that's very good. That's very good.
And one naysayers no when you able collapse obogun fi oba kakan se megun na okotubo wiase no when they see the reality I wish him well. Why not?
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
And we are also there to help him out. And to evaluate call. I'm there. Me call this weekend. Me call Kishia, me constituency.
Okay.
Me MC and the Thanksgiving service. You share with I always say that there's the only constituency with 5 paramount chiefs. Okay. And this time around, the coordination it's perfect.
Okay.
And I don't want to say. Na bibi asuboko. And it's good to be here.
Yeah, I'm here. Welcome home. Honorable Mesa, before you start here, FM free, so when was the last time we shared this with me?
In the lead up to election 2024,
okay,
engagement be between the party and the parliamentary candidates no. Na musician. And the west and the east no.
Yeah.
No much kakra.
Sure.
And to say and times you want engagement be as
yes,
difficult for me to meet him. But I be a minimum, very humble young man. Okay. First time I met him was time on Yamasi.
Yeah. Primary
one primary school. And I took an instant liking for him, humility. And of course, Amazon I may have gone out some of parliament. But give them more time to yeah, we have to bring some changes to improve the system. And see, I've known him, from afar. Yeah, meaning on a day-by-day basis. Observing him in Parliament, if you then was now able and competent representative for the people of Akutia.
Yeah.
Indeed, we can do them more sickly.
Okay, yeah.
But Mifi Hono, no either na so kwai.
Yeah.
Then subsequently me who pictures be with Onononye MP for Ifia and an MP for Takrade and a few others also called function be Miss TTU. My MP for Ifia me initial meeting me or Takwa.
Okay.
My occasion do in Bruno Semenya Kwana Saturday evening where program so no more engagement do on Cranity. And the last weekend a long weekend because of the holiday. Mudu Sekune, I believe Thursday. Let me feel Saturday afternoon. And see any Bruno no Sekune Takrade. And if I had stayed there, I would probably would have met. And be assured and be much more devastating for me than it turned out. Because I want to know who over the weekend. And former regional organizer, Abdul Ghani end up from. Also, no, in fact, Sunday no crano will call lunch with one of your colleagues, Nifi, and Ernest home. Only for him to hear Monday evening. There, why amazing. It's really, really, really devastating for a young man, upcoming young man, 40-year-old, to lose his life under the circumstances that we hear. Cardiac, we are told.
So sad.
So sad. A MP Jumano, I was stress is so it's crazy. Uneasy. It's crazy. And so many a time no public no want say I say beyond Yabat's TV though. Yeah. Now beyond Obohunwo Chamber of Parliament, what really goes into the role. Yeah. It's extremely stressful. My decision I'm more Tom Kakra.
Course that
still out.
But to the first
but believe me, it's such a stressful job.
Oh, yeah.
And the pressure on your time.
Yeah.
The basic preventive in Zama crowd there to keep yourself healthy in the crowd.
From committee to chamber to constituency.
And the cause, the demands, the problem solvents. First point
Uneasy.
It's crazy.
But I agree, somebody has to do it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And see, my former colleagues, MPs, actually, on my MP time as much as possible to keep, the exercises going as often as we can. Yema, medical checks, so that if there underlying condition be a woman na abwa sudden death them no visit to be a mofa akunye na mofon wish nebusia something na yako near na number na and the mohun video be also gentleman be a media Brema Kentinka isu egwaran it tells you that Washer as I can say and I could see a money na one shares many 2024 parliamentary candidates.
Okay.
I hope when you are called be under now which but let me use this platform to do so before that personal engagement will take place.
Yeah. Okay. Wanawako.
Minya.
You are running our parliament.
Oh yeah, Simon. It's so sad. Now, Martin, the young parliamentarian forum. Friday. Yeah. A career program be a shaman.
Okay.
And on the platform you indicate me can leadership now. And you indicated the colleagues will be available to go. And sadly, on that very day, the car was parked. Car no park a fountain on channel near Fair Union because also can and back car no Abra Amena OPK and Joycelyn Tete the president of the Young Parliamentarian Forum. Now, Moyen you can there. Minyamboko na Mokwaka mute court be quick one. Friday. Nti nancho osede ye be even 15 impo. But yenya yan ho be just about 6 in your kwai. Nti amede ohun about 2-3 days to this incident. Moagzim constituency you call Thanksgiving service. Meti yana was the man said me see. I said wow. It's so sad. 40 years. Na anana minyare ken. Ejuma no ide no. Comes with pressure. Cause system na ye some way bia MP Yankupon for the member of parliament is the second point of call. The calls that come from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. But you are signing up for a Jumano. The Bemka was also making sure the system is not a Juma. So system is a Juma be hospital and sort of flow. Yeah. And that is what we should do. Until Maso as leadership of the Young Parliamentarian Forum and the release statement. And so I arguing there. Aside the majority caucus and aside the parliamentary body, no. And so you bokwana ibusu phone yakwa kamo yako. Na yebo mpede Yankupon ona no de man ona so no wa ordinance oko. Nti yebo mpede Yankupon o mane busu phone no yina ahoden. Na mo aka echi bia nso yeye. Na ono so no na na eriken. Oyo so the checks nso so there. Yeah. At least they be every year they, as a member of parliament so they akona check vitals na day. But but I believe that God will give the family all the needed strength.
Amen. Hello, Japamesa. Meaning what me follow some come over here. Engineers and planners, Azuma resources. The black voter.
They follow Papa.
Okay.
And the dancer and article be by Simmons.
Yeah.
Or Troy or Posty or X. And if I know, when you are I stood up and read the entirety of the document.
Okay.
And it does mean statement from engineers and planners are essentially will refute some of the claims are Bright Simmons Mickey. Main statement piece from Azuma resources.
Yeah.
Main one termination notice. Main letter be one chief executive so atro refuting claims are engineers and planners we make.
Yeah.
Subsequently, so main Facebook post be my brother Kofi Bento, who tried to summarize issues in now for the ordinary man onto complexities nati. Now, Osi, and I can say an enzy and some kaka na Obaba biting.
Okay.
It's a chroma ha. Ordinarily, this shouldn't be political. On your issue, and go there two commercial entities.
Yeah.
Where one transactional offer me now here. But yet, a chroma ha may be more through book. What's not one demo? What through book? What to listen a Japade? His Excellency President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo no in nebusuafo one in Shishia wa Shishe wa Butrimpo there were the Bobo Ghana Chrono wa fa Ghana asset wa fa akohwisam wodu gu omampen Akufo-Addo no ho fi work can some book na wa trunk a book den ketro na publish ana them book every week or every Tuesday our editing. What wrong? Some fuffer.
Yeah, the book no.
Now,
book ni happen.
And take room ha.
The book is what I publish.
You see, complete falsehood. Edugu omampin naban nufi. Yet chroma ha. I'm in my age more of First Atlantic Bank. No ye wholly owned Ghanaian bank. Because of Nsambio C, Bank of Ghana forced the shareholders' hands to sell it. They forced SNIT to sell their shares to Kedari Capital, Nigerians. It was okay. Yet Kroma, same SNIT. Ne hotels are only profitable. Otonama, Ghanaian, who had gone through the process. By reason only of the fact that the individual on this SNIT board or on the shareholder of SNIT, or you're associated with MPPNC. The things that these people said. State capture. Part of the Ejapadie that they sat in their room and conceived to disgrace the president and his family. They said all sorts of things. But just so that it advances their political interest, they did it. It's ordinarily. So be it on mind. Let's again my good friend Ibrahim Muhammad Orota. Why? We have to support him. But now he's taking a political turn. There are so no man paying linear. Would he be in a position to do the kinds of things that he's doing? Would he be in the position to procure this facility from a bank, West Africa ECOWAS Development Bank, which is chaired by the finance minister appointed by his brother? Would he be? You see the kinds of things I hear against ourselves for political gain. And can be more position ordinarily would have been that there's some element of controversy, certainly.
Yeah.
Because say yes, was an agreement subject to terms. Now say Ibrahim the company EMP went to meet some of the terms
at a particular time.
At a particular time. Now Nkrofono Azuma Resources, they claim that were terminated. And we've seen the termination notices in public. Now say ultimately, Nansaka facility be from ECOWAS Development Bank. Now, Opedozutia transaction. He has to go and negotiate with the people to say that yes, maybe if it's true that they were in breach.
Okay.
We couldn't meet these obligations because of XYZ. But now we have it.
Okay.
And see, this is the money that we are using to pay. But now, the suggestion around the day, he's exploiting the office of his brother to squeeze the people's hand to force and take over the mine. I don't know. Osande, by reason of my training, I need to be able to be seized with the entirety of all the facts.
Okay.
And some may make a fair determination as regards the issue. But what we've seen so far, why it is taking this political twist, Ghana, we have to support ourselves. We have to support ourselves to build this country. Because young resources, when stay within Ghana, through ownership by Ghanaians, name of foreigners will take me now at all times. What will happen to us as a country? So in principle, why not? Are these people?
Oh, yeah.
Am I anyone who about refer to them parties?
Which people?
Oh, party for.
The party for.
Yeah. Man reference Haptel.
Yeah.
Ghanaian company. Technology company. 25 years old. What Yamonejuma? In the run up to the election. These people. Atro akohisa. Baumiane company ECG Juma waye skebia wajibiano baumiane bi. Knowing very well that it's not true. What can Google for Nasoma? Last 3 months, nobody won 25th anniversary. Special guest was Minister for Communication and Abadaba Digitalization, Ministry Grad Nizumuhubo, Sami Fetcham.
Jata.
Enyo. By senior and Professor Dominic Aini, then Attorney General. They were the ones who were there. You heard their comments. So why do we do that? I'm paying they want, but I'm a marker there personally. If something is wrong, I'll say it. If it's right, I'll say it. It's masre. Yes, the politics they are on the bobo. Go for the bobo chaskele, left, right, and center.
Yeah.
But this matter should be resolved so that at least we know clearly where the issues are. And if we have to support Ibrahim to acquire the mine and produce gold from there, why not?
So what kind of lawyer idea, boy? Ohia krata aye Azuma for Adepa aye. No more chim say ye ma EMP a brebi or say raise the $100 million. A brand new were intermediaries do no more or more yet stagger payment, but time also much no more intermediary and a coin. Now, if government of Ghana still perceive or take it up this money, because certainly the bigger financiers, that's the Australians, you know, are willing to let the thing go. That's their position. They are willing to let that concession.
Well, maybe at the time, but since you ended the main statement be dated 8 July.
Yeah.
Which is saying that they found money to proceed following the termination of agreement
and the rise of gold prices.
As a,
and the rise of
course, that's what fuels the investment. Anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you look at the production cost,
sure,
that's a gold price, no, or close to the cost. Then the economics don't make sense.
At that time, they were doing around $1,300.
Yeah.
And now we are doing over $2,800.
Thank you. And see, the economics makes sense.
Yeah.
They can go to the market to go to a raise this car to do it on their own. Pay some of their obligations and all can win now. Yeah. Like I said, documents are made my site now.
Okay.
On the full set
of the story
of the documents. Bryce Simmons information on the two exa may read the below. Or snippets of agreement no the monde field are relevant for the argument. Okay, no way post.
Yeah.
I will be happy to see the entirety of the document.
Okay.
Read it for myself. I hear it's only 43 pages on those.
Yeah.
Or about 1 hour about my money now. So that we can provide some informed position on the matter.
Yo, me I mean, Adom TV the evaluate for Semekanchana Western region for Semekanchana win our share.
Yes.
Because my senior brother a Mesawa na Masuno. Na me share evaluate for na painful nara. Now I'm the workers but in conclusion, Wasamo came for not more he has not read all the documents, but still he's taking a stance. Now I refuse to accept today a Japanese document or be on. He cannot say that. This is a document, an agenda we'll put in place. And we saw it. The state capture was everywhere. It was everywhere. From ministerial appointments. It has never happened. That another John Mahama, Obabano Academy, Ibrahim Mahama, in your Farouk Namkrofo, on ministerial appointment. It cannot happen. It has never happened. But you did it. You cannot refuse it. We didn't put count on the chapters we won't put. They have never been able to refute that document. And me know for or your document where they never thought there obopay until we will not accept it. Now oye pass there, that document came to light. We own the agenda in place. We still hold you to that document. Or your own document, one blueprint. That is what it is.
Okay.
Now, the whole balu about today, that is not what I'm looking at. Russia, as a nation, our benefit in the film.
Okay. Even is for foreigners.
Exactly. What benefit? His Excellency John Dramani Mahama can't say me. It's about time we own our resources, our minerals, mines. If you evaluate your constituency between Ami and Elembele, Adom's mines were. I've never seen any benefit if Adom's were.
Oh, how?
Yes, to even pinpoint there, they've built a school or maybe 20 boreholes. Yes.
And that's so much royalties.
I'm telling you. So, yes. So if Obi Babe Juma will transfer the proceeds, now see a Juma Minyo Mesa, another Amekufia Kunuku, another hour to own it and build confidence among Ghanaians. Why would I fight it? Minya, this is the biggest of deals with regards to mineral mining a company a Ghanaian is coming to own. Or boost the confidence in both. Now, why can't we build our own? Why can't we build our own people? And tell me, more bright symbols I can't. Me who documents be. We are yet to settle, like he said. Or said you take your time, you read between the lines, and sana, you take informed position. But me, prefer when you human yet. Since you say course, no, no one to cry. The course on me is for jobs. Ghanaians out there will pay Juma waye. I've always said that. Why wouldn't even snit? This is our pension benefit. Why would we not even invest in our mines? Why must we allow people to come and own mines when we have funds sitting? Yeah, no, we have to take chances. Mina, it's me. There's joy over me there.
Foreign company beer. Obey exploration or almost best $50 million in the shame. We are captured.
Someone can only more. That's not what he's talking about.
No, what I'm trying to
see it to what party I see the $50 million acquire exploration.
Oh, okay. So that is why we come to the petroleum agreement we have.
Yeah.
If you're not bold to risk.
Okay.
And today we also it's now mobi or not bear risk or invest or we have economy at 5%. Is that the way to go? I mean, everything in this world is a risk. It's about kind of me argue on who, what is what, and what is right. Right? Someone's I can't. You statements were about. I've also cited a statement from engineers and planning.
Yeah.
It's Bomber kind of. I am a dog. Therefore, the first time in the history of this country of ours, a company, engineers and planning. This project, it's been dormant for a long time. It's been dormant. No commercial. Exactly. So she say, yeah, what about you? Share the baba. I can't share the telecommunication. It will vibe up the area.
Do you believe, sir, because of Excellency John Dramani Mahama and NDC is empowering Tinama or Ibrahim, a nyasa leverage?
I mean, Mr. This whole arrangement was started at about time. May 2023. Now, May 2023, John Dramani Mahama is Excellency in the NDC for no one. It started May 2023. Onyendaro. You know it. It cannot fly. It cannot fly. The deal, Nkofi will approach Azuma mindset. They approach EMP.
So, from 2023 2024, EMP and secure any facility from ECOWAS Bank.
Oh.
Which has been in existence before President Mahama coming to office.
I mean, it's a process.
Okay.
If you want to get a loan, do you decide when it will be approved?
No.
No, because I don't think that they started this whole thing in May 2023. Okay. There are processes they need to fulfill. You cannot tell from that angle.
So when EMP was entering into this agreement in May 2023. What was their source of funding to secure that concession?
All those details, I believe, will come out. Today, most working, all those details will come out before we are able to make informed decisions. Now, American may say, even this thing will boost investor confidence. Every mineral of ours, they smuggle even the products. We sit here, all those areas. What are we able to tell there? Ibrahim Mahama na EMP na Sam Jonah. Look at the credibility, the integrity of such a person has come out to say that it's not political. If for anything at all, this is a man that is respected when it comes to those investments. We should celebrate and encourage ourselves. The youth of this country will pay Juma. You started gold board. Look at what $5 billion within this short space. Since he's been stabilized. Inti ame, at that one region there, or ye fully Ghanaian owned. Oji Juma Baba, Obuboya Kwan, Obama investor confidence aba, Nyamakodo. That's what we should celebrate.
Have we also thought about the repercussion if it's not handled well? Because this is an international company. Or your Maya, yes, we are trying to say your foreign direct investment bit me across you hear more abroform some do no be investment or memo. If see a hand in ye na say manoko say ye de ahoden so agye e de from some more. It's also not going to scare investors.
Why would we do that? It cannot happen. Or your process. It's your kind there. Day in and day out. We'll see the final settlement of this whole thing. Okay. But even if you put it at the work of court.
Yeah.
You understand? So do we doubt the integrity of our courts? Do we doubt the integrity of our courts? Do we doubt the integrity of our courts?
You see,
so, I'm not hearing for the politicking of it. Let's look at it.
But that's exactly
no, that's not what I'm doing. The benefit of it. Oh, they that is what it is.
See,
yeah. No, I'm not done.
You are not done. I'm not done.
Basically, let's not go that tangent. It doesn't help us as a country.
Yes.
Let's ensure that the mistakes of the past we don't repeat it.
Okay.
Let's support our own
Ghanaian businesses.
Exactly. Because we need to build our economy. We need to build our economy to retain investment and capital. That's my point.
Also, youth will hear jobs. And then youth jobs, unemployment, was solving now.
You're going to within 6 months. Within 6 months, you create opportunities.
No problem.
It's better than last 4 years.
Why a company? What catch a gun and babuni now there? What ba? Obobe Juma. Oh, Mamma
Okay.
Ejuma now no obaran the three shifts, government ministries, departments, 24-hour economy. Into why she no share na within 6 months. And then you lunch. Every job be an obaran the three shift. Formula 133. What from Kofu Ejuma obaran the three shift? There won't be unemployment. That's what you told me. It's no problem. So why are you?
We're talking about thousands of Ghanaians. If we start full operation,
the black voter.
Yes.
You can't relate, Kofi. You can't relate job creation necessarily. Yes, I agree. We create jobs to this transaction. Okay. If Sansamna yet no enokwara,
okay,
and I use a big condition, if there's no way it can boost investor confidence.
Oh, if niyetet,
Missy, if mayert no so enokwara,
okay,
we relate court. What we are told, need a order to prevent the company from transferring the shares to any other party, pending the determination of the dispute between them. Now, the dispute has not been settled. Because what's what on one mind? As a bottle, about to yakao in 2 tranches at certain time frame.
Yeah.
A meet deadline, no time of what they will agree they would yano. What's the sentiment together? I don't know. Mind the yen yen 20 beam is the terminate agreement. How do you, after the fact, after the contract has been terminated, that you've gone to court, turn around and say, "Oh, maybe it's going to go to your account."
So you doubt?
I doubt what? They signed some agreement yesterday or 2 days ago. We all saw it. But to buy watch mine, what does not exist or is available for sale? Mr. Yenfeni, I'm missing in principle. Menside one.
Oh.
Menside one.
Oh.
Wohu what catch one go for the one kado e bi Menside one. Wohu nencha one kado ye one tuntuba was e fufu. Menside one.
I can't be another one.
America wo party.
Our party.
Nation Destroyers Congress. NDC.
Oh, good
what party NDC? You see, look, Mama call.
Opposition.
No, don't let me go there because I think that we need to sanitize our politics. I mean, I believe in it. Okay, let's be factual with the issues. You went to a Japadio Sabadabadi.
Document no.
Please, let's not do that. Let's not do that. A true PD power no. Good power no Osaka. Focus on what you have to do to better the lot of Ghanaians.
You good.
I don't have any difficulty. Of course, you have 4 years. But coming events, okay, cast their shadow. And there, as a grow economy, all reserves, we do 6 months of import cover. I don't have a difficulty.
Get into about 10
But do you know the contractors who are suffering?
Also,
do you know the suppliers who are suffering?
Also, with your contractors.
Busumbia, where you pay?
Contractors will go to Azuma.
Chief, remember, do you know the suppliers who are suffering? Do you know people who
are
that
contractors?
Do you know the number of government contractors who haven't been paid from January to today?
Well, it took you 2 years. It took you 2 years to pay. 2 years to do what?
2 years to do what?
To make payment when you took over.
You see, as a reset, I won't catch Ghana for the reset. Etna here, so as we should not repeat the mistakes of the wrongs of the past.
Exactly so.
The things that you said about Baumian on Haptela, Sisi Atna Haja to know Yako is something okay to my as we shouldn't repeat it, no. You are telling me that assuming, and I don't know whether it's true or not, that MPP to do that. So you take 2 years. Busuma try to pay.
You approved
from January. We've approved. Do you know the number of Ghanaians who are working, who haven't been paid for the past 6 months because government hasn't paid their companies? You know. So I'm saying that if you say, look, me, I always say it. Me, I wish the government well.
You don't.
Myself. Now, yeah. I'm a Ghanaian first. I have doubts with the kinds of things that they are doing. Only yesterday, the IMF is cautioning them on the incessant intervention in the forex market. I know they are manipulating it, but I don't have a problem.
It's not massive denial.
Oh, mini problem. They should stabilize it all they want. I don't have a problem. Inflation. I don't know we're catching the inflation now drop by 500 basis points in 1 month. Hey! Yeah, really, because it will come. Now
you doubt the Ghana transfer service.
It's impossible.
Sir.
500 basis points
in a month.
1 month.
You doubt the state agency.
Because the foundation in the air.
Foundation.
Dollar now.
Once that one to account area.
Presidency gold board it is seed na ya branch.
Gold board why then? Gold board what have they done in the past 3 or 4 months when it was set up?
They've raked more than 4 billion.
What can you
good sales.
What the gold no you see it's as if to say there's no cost.
But talking about 50
pounds. It's they make it sound as if there's no cost.
Say like 4 billion in now by your coffee.
Thank you. But you spent money to buy the gold.
Okay.
It's a cotton façon. Is it 4 billion that you've got as a pro? These people they are deceptive. Don't go for deception.
And I said to the ultimate 70%.
How are you going to do it? How?
It's a 50-50 crowd. You are talking about $2 billion.
Thank you. So be truthful. Yeah, I agree. The export of gold, we need to take control. And we started it.
Okay.
Through the gold purchase program of the Bank of Ghana. Working together with PMMC. And I am gold board. I'm on some additional powers. All well and good. Let it thrive. But the kind of data we're putting out there, no, it will come back to bite them. Unknown the politics, no. But for now, I wish them well. When you do na Ghana for your home faso. But I know that some of our can enumdo. I wanted that Ghana for more to Abamon. Akoshi, I will train. Today you sit here and you are confident in your heart of heart, Christian Ba Mapa. The Ejampadia book no, was actually
a blueprint.
A blueprint
of yours.
And I edit in every other 2 weeks.
This is a religious blackmail.
And I edit in every other 2 weeks.
They
were editing the so-called blueprint no, every other week.
Oh. I'm not sure you saw him. He has all these details. How did you know?
We saw it. I was.
How did you know? You have the soft copy, so he does everything. Look, I didn't know. Quickly.
I'm let's move away from that politics of lies. Me, Ibrahim, I know him personally. I've known him for years. If his businesses strive, I'm happy for him. Why not? But let's do the right things. That's why I said that if Sansamna all pray no or no kwara, it's not all going to augur well for our country. Rather, no, better sit with the partners and resolve it. Rather than buga buga, as people are alleging that is what they are seeking to do in taking over this mine. From this
by force,
that's what they are saying. That's what the allegations are.
I doubt.
See, so I don't have a difficulty.
Okay.
But so, the agreement has been terminated. The matter is at arbitration. In fact, EMP no order call arbitration or London won't determine in way. So until it is determined that the termination was wrongful, there's no mine available for you to buy.
To them go sign there.
I don't know.
But I say, or I'm going to
Minya mama kind there. Ghana for the minya mesa. When the cause of their big time defeat, still on task. Onya trono big onya the akoshi. In a sense, same you became you. The Ghanaians were feeling the heat. Ghanaians were feeling second problems from A to Z, premiums, the city, Nyamana boarding. That was why they voted against you. The patch of the Ghana for you from Ghana for Nyama from home. They know the realities. Ntitase, don't you say became mismanagement our Kenya Ghana for what can be our Nyama. That is why they voted you out. So don't put the blame on anybody. Ghanaians are discerning. If you should go out there now, they're gonna for any demonstration. They will not support you because for these 6 months they've seen the difference. Where's the phone? A phone that was costing 20,000 is now costing 12,000.
8,000.
Yes. Amo. Second phone. First in the mbol we eto. Sise wo dem. It's happening.
And people tell me the eto.
My colleague teachers could not afford rice.
And then rice.
I might tell you. Inti dem not. So he's also interjecting. No. One kind of people had preference.
Under Nana Akufo-Addo. Na ko munya mo mbedi.
Wonum kokwa no.
Ano sika.
No say under Akufo-Addo. Enum kokwa no pa.
Okay.
Na you abode ndihwe. Enyu bi no we dey. No. You couldn't have survived this. But people are now eating 3 times a day. I tell you.
No problem at all.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I mean, a nijo woman there. Say wrongs be I believe we will settle it.
Okay.
Let's give Ibrahim Ahama. Now you want to doubt Ibrahim Ahama and engineers and planning. This is a company that employs more than 4,000 Ghanaians. No, that's what he's trying to say. That's what he's trying to say. This is a company that employs over 4,000 Ghanaians. Let's talk about the revenue generations of what they have with regards to taxes and corporate taxes and others. Rent service allowance, rent allowance and others. Surface rents and others. It's one kind of. Let's be positive. The deal started in May 2023. Ogudo, they've all issued statement. You take your time. Munya, you take your time. Now you read, let's come all together with all the documents before we make informed decision. But I believe that the right thing eventually will be done.
Okay.
Now, what the Azumah Super Ghana for, and that's something we should be positive about.
*281# select option 4. Metro 1,000 Ghana cedis at a pair.